assignment from the exercise 4.2. Find the root of the following quadratic equation by factorization. Okay, by the process of factorization. How many equations are here? 5 equations, and some of them we made solve yesterday. Okay, and if you want to know any question by me, so please write me on this. About this, what we have done here? So this is the coefficient as 1 by 8 is occurring. So first we will multiply the whole equation by 8. Okay, so then expression will be here 16 x square minus 8 x and plus 1 is equal to 0. Is that clear? And then you will solve this by middle term splitting method. Is that clear, guys? Now look the next question. I gave you that the questions. Find two consecutive positive integers. Two consecutive positive integers. Consecutive positive integer means one is x, the other is x plus 1. The two numbers are here. And what is it saying here? The case is sum of whose square. Sum of whose square. Sum means there is this x plus. But it's saying here find two consecutive positive integers. So first your line is to be there. Let the two consecutive positive integers. Two consecutive positive integers are x and comma x plus 1. You may see this or not? And what the case is, their sum of a square. So x plus 1 and x plus 1 whole square. And what the sum is coming here? Their sum is saying their sum is 365. 365. So 365 is there. Clear? And after solving this, you can obtain here is x square plus here x square and 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. Clear? And further x what shall be this 2x square plus 2x, and this is to be transferred here 364 will come here. There is a quadratic equation is now coming here. Clear? So you may see there is something common. Yes, 2 common with that, 2 common with that, 2 common with that. So 2 can be cancelled here. The expression can be written x and here x, 2 1 is 2, what's left? 1 becomes 16, 2 8s are 16 and 2 2s are. Now the simplified quadration is before you by middle term splitting. So its coefficient is 1 and the last term is 182. This is to be splitted as 182 is to be brought as splitting middle term 182. It goes here 2 9 and 1 is, it will go by 7 and here is 13 and is this here. So 2 7 13. It's a 2 7 2, it's a 7 and it's a 13. 4 factors are here, and from these 4 factor we have to make the 2 factor such that their sum and difference must be there 1. Is that clear? 1. So what is the sum and difference is to be? So we can together combine here 14 and 13, 1 is 13. Clear? So 14 and 13, if as a sum will add them, set them, then their sum is 27. Their sum is 27. And if the difference will be done there, the difference will give a 1. So that is the coefficient here 1. It's x square, and what the next is? So it's what will here x square and plus here 14. Okay, 14 and minus 13 outside is there x minus 182 is equal to 0. Further the expression can be here x square plus 14x minus 13x and 182 is equal to 0. You may see the 2 are negative and the 2 are positive. This is called checker steps right now. So what can we do here? This further can be done as, what is common in them, please tell me? X common in them and x plus 14. What is common in them? 13 common and x. I think you just know here 182 is made up of what? 182 is made up of these two. Okay, so 13 is common in them. So what is common? What is left here? This, yeah, 14 is left here. So 14 is there. Throughout, what is common here? X minus. Here minus taken comes, so plus will occur. So x plus 14 and x minus 13 also is equal to 0. And after that their product is 0. So one of them, x plus 14 is equal to 0 and x minus 13 is equal to 0. It's not the plus, here minus will occur. Clear? It's minus. So, x is equal to 13 and x is equal to minus 14. Your answer is, what is this, please tell me? Your answer is the consecutive number. If x you will take 13, then the consecutive is 14. Your answer is clear, guys. So, this is the method of solving question. If you have done the questions in the same way, now please check the solution steps. These are the different steps to be taken by you. Okay, guys. Is there anything doubt? You may see this. Observe this, how I made the solution. Now, question number, what the question is there? The question number 5th, I gave as an assignment. The altitude of triangle is 7, altitude of triangle 7 less than its base. Hypotenuse is 13. Find the other two sides. So, the central idea is what here? Right triangle. What the concept in right triangle works here? So, the main thing is to right angle. So, it is happening actually in the right angle. So, right triangle means in what right triangle will there? I am telling the right triangle. So, what you will do in the right triangle? So, here the right triangle is, so this is the base perpendicular, clear, and this is base, clear. Now, join this to this also, there is 2. So, what we will write here? It is a side A, it is a B and it is a C. So, it is 90 degrees there, okay, it is 90 degree. So, this will be your base, it is never base, base can also be there, and this is your altitude, clear, or it is a hypotenuse, clear. So, what the question is saying here? The question is saying here, altitude of right angle is 7 less than base, 7 less than base. So, base we can suppose as x, and this altitude is x minus 7, 7 less than, and what this is given? 13. So, you will suppose here, your supposition will begin. So, let the base is be x meter or centimeter. Therefore, altitude, what is their altitude? Therefore, altitude is, what altitude is? X minus 7, as is suggesting less than, meter or centimeter. Since what the next is? Hypotenuse is what here? 13 centimeter. So, 3 are there this. So, according to case, what the concept is working here? Means the things we have understood from the questions given, but what central idea is that right triangle hypotenuse. So, is the right triangle is having any concept or term that is relating all the 3 sides? So, you just remember the hypotenuse is the square sum, since you will write down here in a right triangle, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular, means perpendicular and base as a square we will add. This is Pythagorean triplet, the Pythagoras theorem. This is well decided, or already we have, but in the chapter number 6 we will study here the Pythagoras theorem, the proof of Pythagoras theorem. It means already we have studied in previous, we have used in previous classes, clear. So, in the place of that you will write 13 square, in the place of base you will write x square, in place of that you will write x minus 7 whole square, and after solving you will obtain the equation. So, the main task of the student up to here is to constitute the quadratic equation. First constituting the quadratic equation, first constitute quadratic equation you will need to constitute, and after constituting you will need to solve. I mean the 2 tasks are here. The task 1 is to constitute and the second task is to clear. Can you solve this here? It's x square and further can be written as it's x square minus 2 7s are 14x and plus 7 7s are 49. You just to know a minus b whole square. What is the identity here? Tell me. A minus b whole square. So, this can be written a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is the formula, clear. So, a square means x square minus 2ab means 2 into x into 7, 2 7 is 14 and 7 square means 14. Here also 169. So, 169 here is what? 2x square and 14x plus 49 is also there. So, what is that here? 2 of x square 14x, and here's 169 is also. So 169 minus 49 is equal to 0. So what is that here? Minus 14 of x, what is there? This 120 is equal to 0. 169 minus 49, 120 is there. Is again same thing is what you have done in previous questions. What the previous question you have done? You have reached up to this equation. Which equation, please tell me? The equation up to here we reached this equation. Yeah, where the equations is there? Consecutive numbers are here. Here, no, here not. Yes, this you may see. In that situation, if you will see, in this case I am talking about, okay, that this is the 2 is common, 2 is common, 2 is common. This is the decision making here. So 2 we have divided. So ever you have to see whether any decisions to be taken here can be taken to resolve the situation, to simplify the expression. So you just have to think about it. Okay, so same is happening here. So here 2 is there, and 2 is there, and 2. So it can be simplified as. So 2 can be divided. So here will x square minus here will 7x, and here will 60 is equal to 0. Now a simplified quadratic equation is before you. You need to factorize it. 60 and 1. The constant term is 60 and here is 1. Clear? So 60 and 1, they are product 60. Now factorize it. So 2 become 30, 2 become 10, 2 become so it's 60. So 2 times 30 will 2 times 15 will come here. Now 3 times and 5 is there, and 1 is also. So these are the factor here. From these 5s we have to make the 2 factors such that their sum and differences to be 7. Okay, we are checking this. So 2 2s are 4 and 3 5s are 15 and 15 4, their sum is 19, their difference can be 11. Okay, this is not a right arrangement. 2 2s are 3, 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12 and 5. 12 plus 5 is what here? 12 plus 5 is 17 and 12 minus 5 is 7. Yes, this arrangement is correct. Yeah. So we can arrange them x square and 12 minus 5 and x minus 60 is equal to 0. So this can be x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equal to 0. What is common in them? It's x minus 12, and what is common in them? 5 common, x minus 12 also again is equal to 0. So throughout x minus 12 is coming, and x plus 5 is also there. Clear, guys? So x minus 12 is equal to 0 we have taken, x plus 5 is equal to 0 we have taken. So x is equal to 12 and x is equal to minus 5. Obviously side cannot be negative, so we will take here positive. So what the, so therefore if the base x is equal to 12 centimeter or meter, then what the base is, sorry, then perpendicular is, so what can be perpendicular here? So perpendicular is, perpendicular P is equal to x 12 minus 7, 12 minus 7, so this is x minus 7. So it is 12 minus 7. What is 12 minus 7? 5 is there, 5 centimeter. Clear? Your answer is there. So these are the different method of solving question area. Okay, you may see how you have done this. So now today, yeah, these questions also you have attempted very clearly, and some students have asked me question number 7. So I told you this 5 and 6. Now today new topic we are discussing solutions of quadratic equation by completing square method. As its name is suggesting, completing square method. So obviously the methodology is actually depending on the mechanism of completing square. So what we will do here, like completing square type activity. So we will say here this, okay, completing square. So for this we need to take here, I am telling that suppose a standard completing square method I am talking about, completing square method, and this is very important. Okay, solving linear equation, solving linear equation by completing square method, completing square method. So, what the method is completing square here? Standard equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, that is standard. Completing square, we have to find out the value of x. Completing square means, first I am telling you this, ax square plus bx c is to be transferred here. Okay. So, what the completing square I am telling you, you just have to perform an activity here that will help you to understand. Okay. A checkbox technique I am telling you. Suppose here x square minus 2 into a into x and plus a square is there. So, have you studied this identity in the previous classes? A square minus b, ab twice ab plus b square. Okay. So, here same x square minus twice ax plus a square is equal to what can we write? X minus a. So, the central idea of learning of solving the quadratic by this method is to this before you. This is the important thing here, you may see. So, if I would say you to think this 2 term would be given here, if the third term is brought, then the expression can be written as x minus a whole square. So, due to this reason it is called the completing square. I will tell you why completion. Observe here, what is the coefficient here? 1, and what is the coefficient of here x is something else. The coefficient of x is including twice a, and here the coefficient of 1. So, third term can be without see guys, without understanding about the third term, we can now know the third term easily. Right now, I am telling this. Suppose that, and so here is before you that. So, solving the question directly from the standard equation could be difficult. So, I am just telling you an equation I am telling you right now. So, what equation I would tell you this? So, the equation I am telling like that x square minus 5x, suppose x square minus x square minus, where the equation to be taken here? Here is that x square plus 4x minus 5. This equation we need to solve by completing square methods. Why it is called completing square, I will also tell you. So, see here this. So, first is your coefficient of x is 1. Okay. So, its first step is to be completed. Second, we have to think about these 2 term only. On the 2 term means only these 2 terms we have to think. Clear? So, the third term this is to be transferred to the right. So, x square plus 4x is equal to 5. Now, this is clear. So, what about its coefficient is 1 and its, so x is there and the remaining values, it is x here and this is the remaining term. So, remaining is here twice into third term. This is called 2 of the format and a is the third term is compared with the 4. Clear? So, what can be a here? A can be here too. It means that if the middle term this is to be compared with a, then it will give you what it will give you? Obviously, it will give you 2. So, further can be solved as it's x square and here it can be written as a 2 x into 2, means this is the format or it's the first term, is the second term. So, either side you can if write by a twice of a square. So, obviously, by the law of algebra, by the law of equity either side, we just need to add 2 square either side. Here only you cannot add. So, 2 square is added either side is before you. Okay. So, observe this what is going on here. If you will observe here, the term was this, but it becomes here, means this extra came here this right now. So, by writing this which format is coming? This typical format is coming here now right now. So, as a result of writing the third term, this can be written as x minus 2 whole square. So, by writing the third whole square as the square is now like that becoming complete. Is that clear? So, due to this reason is calling the completing square method. Okay. And here is to be taken as 5 plus what is that 4 and here will 9 and here x minus 2. Okay. And it shall be x minus 2 taking under root. Okay. 9 is there. So, it will come plus minus 3. Why plus minus 3? Do you know? because square of 3 is 9 and square minus 3 is also 9. So, square root of 9 is plus minus 3 can be clear. So, it is x minus 2 is equal to plus minus 3. If you will take plus 3, then you will obtain one value. If you will take minus 3, you will take one value. So, the two value now came here, this plus 5 here and plus minus 1 here. So, why this is calling the method completing square? Everybody understood you? So, same thing I am telling this before you. Okay, now proceed it ahead. I am telling again this. So, the same is to be done for the standard. Okay, now look please this completing square method. If you can't understand, then please watch this video again by replaying. This will help you to understand this. So, this method is based on what? Understood you? Completing square method. And why we are calling this completing square method? Everybody understood here this. Clear? Now, see the next. So, the equation is here ax square and plus ax square bx plus c. So, plus c is to be transferred here, clear. So, here a is to be there, x, the coefficient of x is to be there 1. So, for this we will divide by what? A either side. So, here will be x square by a and plus b by a and here minus c by a, clear. So, this can be written as x square only, b by a and here c by a, clear. Now, the two terms are here before you. So, third term is to be thought. Third term is what here? The third term is x minus, same thing is there. How can we bring the third term? X square minus 2x into a and plus a square also, these two here. So, third term to be thought by this, okay, this is. So, twice of a. So, this accepting this value, third term can be thought by comparing this value, okay. So, what could be third term here? Please tell me. I am telling finding method of third term, okay. So, there is, look please what is happening. So, if this is twice into third term is equal to b by a, okay. So, question mark third term is equal to b upon twice a. So, third term could be there is b upon twice a. So, b upon twice a, listen guys, b upon twice a either side is to be added as square. So, as addition is first taken as, so this can be taken as b upon twice a whole square and here will what? B upon twice a whole square plus what next is b upon twice a whole square minus is there c upon a, there is, okay. Further can be taken as x square plus b upon a. So, here would have 2, so 2 is to be there. It is the format, okay, x we can just show in the as. So, by writing the third here, this can be written as b square upon 4a square minus c by a. So, here you may see by writing this third term, it is becoming the complete of a square. So, what? It is a first term square, 2 second term, first term and third second term square. So, what pattern is there? X minus second term whole square, this can be written is equal to, it is a b square by 4a square minus c by a. So, what is their LCM? 4a square, it is a b square, 4a divided by a, 4a will come here, 4a, c is there also, x minus b upon twice a whole square, clear. Further can be written as, so it's taking square root either side. So, x minus b upon twice a taking square root either side, okay. So, it's a b square minus 4ac divided by 4a of a square. So this square will be launched over the numerator and denominator. So this value will come out of the denominator, b square minus 4ac. This will come as a plus minus, and the denominator will be as a twice a. Here will x upon 2a. We have to find out x here. X is equal to this to be transferred to the right. So what will here, please tell me? It will be b upon twice a, clear, plus or minus. So you need to see this. Here is plus occurring, so plus is to be there. One mistake we have done this. As a plus is occurring, so plus we will write here. So all will come here, this plus s. All will come there, plus s. Here, so minus will here, okay? Plus minus under root b square 4ac whole divided by 2a. So this has 2a, this has 2a. So what we will write here? Minus b plus minus under root b square 4a c divided by twice a. So these are the value of x is coming, okay? So the two value of x will be x is equal to minus b. Once we will take plus, okay, we will take plus here only, twice a, and the second value will take here x is equal to minus of, you may see this, the two typical values are before you, clear. So this is a complete square method, and what you have done, you have seen thoroughly one by one what I have done actually in the completing square method. This is important method here, and if we will not proceed all the procedure from beginning to last, we will just use directly this formula only. When we will use this directly formula for finding the value of x, then this is called formula method. Formula method. So formula method, this formula is to be used directly. It's called the formula method. Clear right now? So see this, observe here what I have done here and what the decisions to be taken. 10 seconds you have to just think it and see what's this, what I have done. Okay, observe this. So why this is called completing square method? I am giving an example here to solve this. Suppose another question is this question, I told you this, and the question I am telling like that, this question, completing square, okay, this is that. So in this completing square method, what you will do here this, first you will, it's a 3x square, okay, 3x square, and it's minus 5x. First you will transfer this to the right side, okay. Now you make the coefficient this 1, so what you will do, divide it by the side 3, so it shall be 3, here will be 5 by 3x, and here will be minus 2 by 3. The second step completed. Now the third term is to be thought here. What the third term? So this value accepting x, leave the x, accepting x, what the value? Accepting x, 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 is to be compared as a twice into third term. This is the third term. A is actually called the third term. So a is equal to 5 by 6 will be here. Clear? So third term is 5 by 6. So what the next is, this is a rough work you will do here, 5 by 6. So for making complete square, completing square, x square minus, okay, the third term is 5 by 6 square is to be added either side, minus 2 by 3, wait a minute please, 5 by 6 is added either side. Okay, and here 2 would be there, and here will 5x. So actually 2 has been cancelled, so make 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 is coming as we supposed, okay, but it is actually right. So by writing this value, it becomes here complete square. So x minus 5 by 6. What pattern is now reached here? x square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to, so 5 square 25, 6 square 36 and 2 by 3. Here will, what next is their LCM 36, it's a 25 minus 36 will go in 3, 12, 12 2s are 24, 36 and x minus 5 by 6 and whole square. Clear? So, what the next will here, taking square root either side, here will x minus 5 by 6 is equal to square root of 1 by 36. So, root over 1 will 1 and root over this will plus minus 6, and here x 5 by 6. This is to be transferred to the right. So, it will be x is equal to plus 5 by 6 plus minus 1 by 6. First you taking as a plus, second you taking as a minus, obtain the two values here. Is that clear, guys, right now? So, this is the completing square method. Well understood or not? So, for your perfections, whether you learnt the method or not, so you have to do this question separately, 2-3 questions at least you have to solve this again. And if you can't understand this, okay, then repeat the video 2-3 times to see this again. This will help you in understanding the question. Okay, you may see also this example 3 by method of completing square. Again, next question is also there. What the next question is, 5x square minus 6x minus 2 by method of completing square. Again same is to be done here, this. Okay, how can we do this, please? So, 5 of x, okay, square minus 6x, 2 is to be transferred to the right and this is to be made as free. So, x square minus 6x is equal to 2 by 5. Clear? So, third term how can you think? Twice the third term 6 by 5. So, what will be third term here? A is equal to 6 by 5 into 2, 2 cancel 3. Yeah, the third term will be here 3 by 5. Okay. So, third term can be here x square minus 3 by 5 whole square is equal to either side 3 by 5 whole square is to be added 2 by 5 here. Clear? And here formula 2 will be of the formula. Okay, this will be a formula and a means x and the third term to be there 3 by 5. Yes, 3 by 5. So, it will make here 6 by 5. Clear or not? So, what will here? X minus 3 by 5 and whole square in the place of all 3, and here will, and what here will, 9 by 25 and 2 by 25. Please do solve and obtain answer. Clear, guys? Well understood you? And after that what you will do? Take LCM them. Their LCM is 25, it's 9 plus 5 goes in 25, 5 2s are 10 also. Okay. So, it will be 19. Is that clear or not? 19. And what next? By 25. So, here x minus 3 by 5 and whole square they also is equal to. So, here x taking square root either side, here will come minus 9 by 25 under root. So, from the root plus minus it is 19 or 5, and here this is to be transferred to that. You will obtain the two values. What will the two values? X is equal to 3 by 5 plus minus 19 by 5. So, what the answer is there? The answer is, obviously you can write the answer 3 plus minus 19 by 5. Once you have to take plus, once you have to take minus. Clear? Is that clear? Those two solutions now coming here. So, see the video and see this completing square method very clearly, and also you will understand this. It could be important here. When some steps are ready-madely used here, then it is this here. So, this completing square also same here. The last term here will come negative as. Okay, the last step actually comes here, just like here something comes here, but here comes a negative term. So after that, if you will take the square root of this 9, so square root of negative number cannot be found. So we will reach to a conclusion. That conclusion will give you right answer. So this cannot be possible. We'll speak here. Means obviously, suppose that we have done here completing square method. So 71 by 16 is there. Okay. Suppose it's coming here 2x plus 3 by 4. I'm talking about, so square is equal to, here is what coming, minus 71 by 16. This is coming. So I will take a square root. So this will come. So square root cannot be solved as, means under root 4 is not a sense in maths. Means there is no number. Now negative number cannot be found as under root square, means because if you will take here 2 and minus 2, what you can be taking? If you will do 2, the square of 2 is 4, but it's minus 4, and if you will write minus 2, so minus 2 square is again 4 here, so minus 4 is not coming. So we can speak here the negative of a negative, the square root of negative number cannot be found out. So in completing square method, in this step, what step please tell me? I am talking about this step. Here it. This step means this step is to be there. This is an important step. This is, I am talking about this step. In this step, this value will come negative. This will not negative. This will not negative. Negative will be this. Okay. If this will be negative, then what will here? B square minus 4ac is negative. If this is coming negative, then solutions are not possible. Means the solutions are possible on being it's positive. If this will be positive, then solutions are possible, otherwise not. So what could be the value here? So this value can be here negative, means positive, this value can be here negative, and this value can be here 0. So in these two cases the solutions are possible, but in these two cases the solutions are not possible. Is that clear, guys? Well understood you? So we'll also proceed further. So this value actually predicting whether the solution will not. It's made up of b square minus 4ac. Okay, this value will predict what type of solution will be there. Okay, this will be your next topic. Is that clear? Now have a look at the next question, please. So completing square, watch this video again and see again and again. Different word problems are there. This here also you may say find the root of the equation. So what you will do here is same. For solving this, it's not completely clear. Find the root of the following. It's not any method is mentioned here. You have to solve. So what will here? It's x square multiplying x either all sides x, and is what here? Sorry. This is 1 and it's 3x. So standard is not, equation is not a standard. X square minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Clear? Now solve this by completing square also you can solve, by middle term spreading also you solve, but the completing square have the no limitation, means any method, any question can be solved. But sometimes with the middle term splitting method, if the roots are the irrational, then easily factors cannot be arranged. Certainly easily the factor cannot be arranged. This is the problem actually with the factors to be arranged. So what can we do here? This it's very simple thing is right, guys? Your assignment of the day is 4.3 is there. So what will be this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 questions to be solved by completing square middle term method. I will discuss you this later. Thank you very much and have a nice day.